everyone, my name is Kyrie and welcome to my first ever video on this channel. At the time of making this video, I'm 23 years old, originally from Czech Republic with some Angolan heritage as well. Back home in high school, I have studied economics, marketing and basics of accounting. As some of you may relate, back then, I wasn't really sure what to do or which way to go. I always had passion for sports, especially gymnastics and calisthenics, which stayed with me until today. Therefore, I didn't want to go to uni, and especially with unis in the UK, being in a debt straight after choosing something I wasn't really sure about didn't sound too good either. I always felt like living on my own terms, and one of the main reasons why I moved to England was obviously mastering my English. Nowadays, the very much needed basic to run any type of international business or services. Since moving to London, I worked various jobs, from starting a sales assistant for £8.30 at the time back in 2019, through working night shift in a warehouse to working as a bartender, as I'm doing right now. Here in London, I have met somebody who had a huge influence on which direction I have taken. Until then, I thought somewhere in the back of my head that cryptocurrencies may be the future, but as I didn't know anything about them and I wasn't really bothered to do research in this field from my own initiative, so I was more into trading, as trading was already a hot topic back then. That person has shown me how to set up my first non-custodial wallet, MetaMask, how to set up a couple of accounts on centralized exchanges, one of which was Binance. He recommended me to buy a coin that could be purchased only on that exchange, teaching me many tricks and tips that I yet had to learn, as for example, depositing my money first on Crypto.com account and from there transferring it over to Binance exchange just to save on not paying any deposit fees. At first, I was quite skeptical about investing into cryptocurrencies as I had no knowledge of them. But I said to myself, okay, I can put $350 in. I was willing to take a risk, although I was aware that I can lose all of my money. Although for some of you it's not a lot, for some of you it is, but it's still a good amount that you have to work at least half of your working week. After purchasing the recommended cryptocurrency, for a few months I completely forgot about it. It was early January 2021 and I checked my portfolio after a few months. And I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I saw having $7,000 out of my 350 initial investment. And that's when my FOMO, which stands for fear of missing out, has kicked in and I have put in another $4,500. It was early February 2022. I was 20 years old at the time and I remember watching my balance. I didn't even have a laptop at that time, as my desktop computer I left back home before moving abroad and I didn't really need it until then. So watching $25,000 on my portfolio on my little screen of iPhone SE back then felt like a dream, I'm not gonna lie guys. At that time, everything was booming as it was post-halving market cycle. About its existence, I had no clue at all at that time. Acquiring that money that quickly, I wasn't even thinking what everything I could buy with the amount of $25,000 in a real world. But I knew one thing, $25,000 at that time was equal to 500,000 Czech crowns. So I have set a goal, 100% more on my portfolio, which wouldn't be as hard I think, as I saw many cryptocurrencies at that time doing 500 or even 1000 guys. I know that it's quite hard to believe, but even 1000% return of investment. Completely insane, isn't it? So I was hoping in withdrawing $50,000 and then getting a mortgage or doing whatever with that money. Before I get to the point of completely exiting my crypto position with $50,000, I have done some stupid things. I really thought that I knew what I was doing. Just look at me. I got $25,000 on my portfolio. Of course I thought that I knew how to make money. By these stupid things, I mean that I was buying into some coins like Save Mars, Risk Moon, Save BTC, Zeppelin, and for all of them, I bought into for $500 each. Can you imagine? Another coin that I bought into which was recommended me to the same friend that he has recommended me my initial investment, was a SafeMoon. I have put in $1,000 as my portfolio was quite large at the time. I was like, I can afford it. Let's just put $1,000 in. Guys, it went 10x in few weeks, and my initial investment of 1,000 was sitting at $10,000. But due to the tokenomics of the token, which was rewarding people, I mean holders of that token, by redistributing rewards collected from taxes for every buy and sell, which was 10% at the time. Crazy, right? Pure bull market madness. I thought that I finally find the coin that will make me rich. And being familiar with the term diamond hands, never selling at all, I was willing to hold these tokens for 3 years, 5 years, maybe even 10 years. I thought to myself, wow, finally I found a coin which has amazing use case. You just hold these tokens and it's giving you more and more and more and more tokens. This is a complete no-brainer and I will retire in few years, I thought. Okay, it was May 2021 when Elon Musk has tweeted. Now, he would have to exit. Anyways, the Tesla is suspending vehicle purchases using Bitcoin as a payment method due to climate change concerns, which has started a long-lasting bear market about which I had no clue at all, and I was still living in the dream that we're gonna moon, guys, and I'm gonna reach my $50,000 target on my portfolio. Then I'm completely exiting crypto and getting a mortgage or something with that money. If I have withdrawn some of my funds and a little bit moved them around, yes, I still could have reached $50,000, but maybe you are asking what has happened with that money. Okay, I never reached my initial target, so I have never exited on time. And I remember withdrawing when I had my last $6,000 on my portfolio. Regarding my Shitmoon tokens, purchased for $500 each, they went to nearly zero valuation, so I was just holding worthless coins. What I like about cryptocurrencies is that you cannot lose any of your crypto. You can just lose the amount at which the crypto is valued, because it can fluctuate, and then the same amount of tokens that you have purchased, for example, for $1,000 can be worthless, completely worthless, as it has happened with my Shitmoon tokens. Yeah, regarding SafeMoon, if withdrawing few weeks after my initial investment, I could have secured a profit of $8,200, which unfortunately I didn't, as I wasn't greedy. I just thought that I understand how it works, and yeah, I just thought that I finally found the cheat code to the matrix. So SafeMoon, on a SafeMoon I didn't lose any money. I made a profit after a year of holding it, and my profit was $200. Well done, you may say. Profit is still a profit, but $8,800 or $2,000 is a huge difference, right? For some time, I was processing what has even happened for the past year. Before then, during the bull market, I was already watching a lot of informational videos and, for example, Good Morning Crypto with updates every day about projects, new announcements, events that are happening that can potentially influence the price of Bitcoin and the whole space, as well as updates about the overall industry. Good Morning Crypto is from Ivan on Tech, and I really like that guy. He's always on point with all information you really need. And after processing it and thinking about it for a while, I came to a conclusion. So I have to work that freaking hard to earn £23,000, £24,000 a year, but the hard truth is that what you earn is not what is left in the end of every month, right? So if I could get nearly $14,000 from my initial $350 investment with pure luck, without having any knowledge, and I'm still quite lucky that this was my first hand personal experience in crypto. Some people, they just invest their money and they lose it straight away, but I was able to gain so much. Of course, I didn't secure it, but it was there and I saw it with my own eyes. So I said to myself, how much money in the future I can possibly acquire in case I will start studying about this industry and learning how it actually works and investing into my education, as I even had some small amount of money left from crypto. So I remember dropping $1,200 on yearly access to Ivan on Tech courses, which helped me a lot. Right now, if you want to find them, they are called Moralis Academy courses. And I have bought new MacBook Pro 2021. I have bought brand new setup of Logitech mouse and keyboard. You know, I bought a laptop stand that I can properly use it as a desktop computer. And since then, except working out, all of a sudden, I had other goals to focus on. And considering that I was working night shift back then, coming back home at 6 in the morning and waking up somewhere around 1 to 3 in the afternoon, and especially during the winter time, when waking up being already dark, didn't help my productivity either, which happened to be on the level of an iceberg, guys, I'm not gonna lie. So my old me at that time unfortunately couldn't keep up with that. So I have decided to leave my job, as I have decided that learning about something that can potentially make me that much money in the future is worth investing into, although I didn't even know if it will ever bring any results. And just like that, I'm capable to stand here in front of you. Actually, I'm sitting right now, but it doesn't change the fact about that I'm right here speaking to you guys and giving you some of my perspective that you can potentially take something from if considering getting involved in the crypto industry. For relationship advices, guys, search up a different channel straight away. And by that, now knowing something about me, the person behind this channel, it is time to get to know my first 2 ever series that will appear on this channel. The first one is called Solving the Secrets of Crypto and Blockchain, which is everything that I have learned in past 3 years, either from courses that I paid for, from YouTube videos that I watched, or from few books that I have read as well, being put on one place, presented with spark of my personal observations and remarks to each topics, and obviously everything is for free, guys, as in my opinion education should be. And the very second series is called Crypto Let's Gain. With who else then? Guys, you are very smart. You're right, of course, with me, Kyrie, that will be coming out on irregular basis. And in this series, I will be documenting my speculative ride or die portfolio, starting with balance of $8,000. And where can we take it from here? Are you curious? Or would you rather firstly discover the secrets of crypto and blockchain that you can use not just for your advantage in this upcoming post-halving bull run, but even just for general knowledge to be even more interesting person to be in the room with than you already are at this time? I have no doubt at all, as you came that far as watching this video until this point, just seeking the knowledge. I respect that. And it's important to mention, and let's put it straight, guys, I have never ever created any type of content like this. So I will be more than happy if you give me your honest feedbacks about what I can do differently, what I can do better, or what I don't have to be doing at all or shouldn't be doing at all, as you will be learning from me. While watching this channel, I would love to learn from you and your honest feedback, guys. It will be much appreciated. There will be even more crypto content coming out except this series here on YouTube, as well as on my other socials. So if you do not want to miss out, just smash the follow button and I'll be looking forward to this completely new journey with you guys. Peace. Have a good one.